Greetings, y'all. This is Fashayo. I am trying something new. I'm doing this on a Kindle. My husband got me one because he's fabulous. Anyway, okay, so I wanted to show y'all this because I thought it was kind of interesting. It's the first time I did it. So I used this deck for this particular thing. I think that's the way it goes. Anyway. The reason I'm showing you this is because a lot of times you hear about doing relationship readings based on like romantic relationships. Well, what I did just now is I did one for me and my daughter because she was getting on my nerves. So I kind of figured that some of it had to do with me being in my feelings. It was a sudden kind of shift in the house. And being a Scorpio, she tried to like come out of the room and like sting me with these like subtle smart mouth kind of things. But the way she does it is like you can't really prove that she was being smart mouth, but you kind of feel it. So anyway, so what I did, instead of like, you know, losing my grip, what I did instead was I did a reading. So, so it was a 3-card, and it is the overall situation, the action for you to take, and the loop question. The loop question is something kind of for you to take with you from the reading. So the first one that came up is the overall situation, which means that basically, since I was doing it from this point of view, had to do with me making sure that I find clarity. So basically what happens is, instead of me flying off the handle and getting in my Cancer emotions, then I'll seek my Gemini cusp instead and say, hey, you know what? Let me think about what you just pulled logically, instead of getting in my feelings. So the clarity card says, before you take action, declare your greatest intentions. Challenge yourself to reach for the very best thought and flood your heart with expectancy. You have to name it to claim it. Well, it said flood your heart with expectancy. People that are around me a lot know that everything for me is fear and love. So flood your heart with love is how I read it. This is how the card looks again. And these are very simple cards. They're really good for meditations, or, you know, kind of a thought of the day or whatever. So the middle one is the action to take, union. So again, because most relationship decks or spreads are set up for romantic relationships, you have to keep in mind that we have other relationships, and sometimes other relationships that are much more important than romantic relationships. So, and some people also, the other thing that I want people to realize is that, like, what if you don't have a romantic partner? It could be, you could look at a relationship spread for dealing with a supervisor. You could look at one for, like I'm doing now, dealing with children, parents, any kind of relationship. If there's someone you relate to that you need to understand how to deal with them better, use a relationship spread. So anyway, this is the front of the card. It's called Union. And on the back it says, you are brought together by the belief that in partnership you can be better, stronger, kinder, and more generous than you can be on your own. In a sacred marriage, love reveals its true nature. Marriage is just a union. That's it. That's all it is. It's an agreed upon union. Most indigenous people, well, I ain't gonna say most, but the ones I've read about, believe that we as children choose our parents. So she chose me. And that means that this is saying that basically she chose me based on feeling like us being in union together was gonna make both of us better. Yeah, and that is that's something that she does believe. She is very family oriented. She is very loving and kind, but everybody has their moments, and since we were both having a moment at the same time, there was about to be a clash. And the other thing is, as a parent, you have to realize You don't have to do anything. But I always suggest that people realize that you don't want to go into bullying mode. I already have the upper hand because I'm the parent. I'm the one who, I pay bills and do all that stuff. Of course, along with my husband, I'm saying between me and her, with this kind of stuff going on, I already had an upper hand. I already know that. So I don't have to oppress her with that power. So that's something I teach with parenting coaching also, is kind of knowing how to stand in your parental role without being oppressive and without feeling like you need to turn into a bully, because a lot of us can get into a bullying thing. So the last one is something that I was just wrestling with a minute ago, is home. I am a Cancer, technically. I was born literally on the solstice, so I am a true cusp baby. Make sure your home feels warm and welcoming and reflects who you are. When your house is in order, the rest of your life falls into place, so tidy up. Because my house is multifunctional, it serves multi-purposes. I think most people say that about their homes, but mine's a little different. I run like 2 businesses out of the house, and I homeschool. And, well, my husband doesn't work from home now, but he did. So a lot of times what I found is, especially this time of the year, is that not only do we need to like do deep cleaning, but sometimes we just got to move stuff around, rearrange furniture. Stuff sitting in the same place feels stagnant. I don't know how else to explain it. It gets a really stagnant feeling. And you'll even find that there's a releasing that happens when you move stuff around. Just rearrange something. Sometimes I imagine it like stuff sitting in the same place. It gives darkness or spirits a place to know that they can hide. And when you move it, it kind of allows light into that place. You rotate things out. You move this chair from that room to this room. Sage, do your corners, dust, whatever. All the stuff you might not have done during the winter, especially if you're like me and I deal with seasonal depression. So sometimes in the wintertime, stuff just doesn't get done because I do well to get out of the bed. So now this is the time of year when I start coming back alive. So sometimes this time of year, there's some things to be done around here. So yeah, we that was something like 2 seconds ago, right before we had our little run-in. That's what I was kind of messing with. But we also seem to be a house of clutter bugs. We're not real bad, but we're kind of like book whores. So all of us like to buy books, and then we don't like to give them up when we're done with it. Even if we see that the book isn't very useful, it still turns into a thing of, but there's this one page that I underlined and I don't want to get rid of it. So this also helps because I found that once we get everything cleaned up and rearranged, everything just feels better. It just feels calmer. It just feels, especially if you get some incense and stuff. So in a minute, after I'm done, because I had to take a sage bath because I was about to hurt her. So I call my sage bath is where I just, I'll light some sage and I'll fan myself with it and I cover myself. Or sometimes if it's, if I'm feeling real funky, I'll like literally set it somewhere where I'm going to be enveloped in smoke. It makes me feel better, so don't judge me. Anyway. So I have one of these left. I love this. It's almost overly sweet, but it's perfect for the occasion because I'm not feeling very sweet right now. So we finna burn that. So anyway, I just wanted to come by and show y'all that because I thought it was pretty cool. And the way I did the pool this time was a little bit different. Because I actually, let me see if you can see. I did this. It's kind of hard to, but anyway, I did this. I was a little wilder with it. And I waited till 3 cars just fell out of the deck, which I thought was pretty cool. So I waited till 3 cars just fell out of the deck, and I took those as the ones that I needed, and they were. I've been trying a few different things. I've been getting more away from what I learned, and I'm doing things more intuitively as far as choosing cars, how I have other people to choose cars, things like that. And it's been going really well. And it was accurate anyway, but it seems to be more accurate. So I'm enjoying it, the new stuff. So again, remember that with relationship spreads, use them for all your relationships. Don't just use them for romantic relationships, because all of your relationships are important. Even if it's something like right now, I think I'm in need of a teacher. I'm not even fully sure what that means yet, but I think I'm supposed to have a teacher. And I'm not sure who the teacher is. So anybody that I think will be a potential teacher or mentor or whatever, and I use that term very loosely. Sometimes these people don't even know that that's who they are to me, and that's fine because I don't really do very well with authority. So whatever. But for people who I thought may have been the person that I needed for whatever it is that I'm being led to need them for, they're getting read, all of them. Because I get attached to people really easily, and I love deeply once you finally get in there. And if you screw me over, I will hurt you. So because I've gotten to adulthood and I understand now that how deeply I love, I understand now how to protect myself. But then once people get past that and I can love them, I have learned to just take that process slower than I used to. So anyway, again, these are the cards that I use. I don't use them a lot, but I see I will be using them more. I will probably be using them along with my parenting coaching more, because I'll use the ones I'm led to use, but I think I'll be using these with my parenting coaching, because sometimes there are things that people just don't know how to express, and it comes out in the cards. So anyway, thank y'all so much for watching. This again is the Earth Mother. Thank you so much to my new subscribers for subscribing to my channel. Thank you so much to my familiar friends for hanging with me. Check out my website, earthmotherguidance.com. Soon I'll be offering specials, and they will probably be posted either to my Facebook or my website, but I will let you all know. Probably my website, because it'd be easier for y'all to keep up with all my stuff in one place. Specials on special stuff that I come up with. Oh, and check out the Facebook page, Enter the Womb. It is going to be a wonderful gathering of folks up in the town of Hillsboro, May 16th and 17th, I believe. Wonderful speakers, presenters, stuff like that. I think I'm going to be the MC, and I'll be doing the yoga, bending people up. So I'll be doing the yoga and the MC. We have people speaking on everything to do with womb stuff, including sex. So, anyway, check that out. Seriously, it is family friendly. Those who choose to, you can get a day pass, or you can get the overnight pass. The overnight pass will include space for you to camp. I got a pop-up tent. This will be my first time sleeping outside. I'm really excited. I think I was just waiting for a time to be able to do it in a controlled environment. So, yeah, so you can get a little pop-up tent, get a sleeping bag, whatever, and come hang out with us. I know that we'll be doing, what do you call those things? You know, the thing, sweat lodge, I guess is what you call it. And a lot of just learners, you know, hanging out. It'll be vendors there. So, yeah, it'll be fun. And it's going to, I can't remember everybody who's going to be presenting, but the three ladies that I do, it's not Into the Womb. Into the Womb is the event. The three ladies that I do Divine Wisdom Radio with are going to be presenters. And we'll probably be doing some oracle card, intuitive reading, something. My aunt and her husband Sirius will be doing, talking about relationship stuff. And Mama Omitola will be doing her womb stuff. And there's some other people, but I haven't met them in person, and I don't really remember people well until I met them. But this lady, I know this is not her name on Facebook, but I always call her Honey Mama. Honey Diva, I think is what it's called. But anyway, I think Tracy Bryant. That's it. But she's going to be there, and you want to see her. Like, you want to see her. So anyway, check that Facebook page out. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need to tell y'all. I don't think so. But anyway, let me know if you need any help, any consultations, coaching, whatever. Go check out my website, see what my offerings are, and I will talk to y'all later. Odabo.